Very good morning to all of you. Before taking a start, I'd like to give you a brief introduction of mine. I'm Reshma Azmi. I'm working as a capacity building consultant with United Nations Population Fund and work with Rajasthan State AIDS Control Society. So basically, I'm a public health worker. So I hope it's all clear to everyone that I'm not a management graduate, but still I'm thankful to BMIT College for inviting me here as one of the key speakers in front of you all and sharing my views on women entrepreneurs and their leadership. So once again, thankful to BMIT College, especially Ms. Priyanka for giving me this chance, and I'm really happy to be in between a lot of entrepreneurs here. And why not? Women-owned businesses are highly increasing in the economies of almost all the countries, including India. And you will agree with me that the hidden entrepreneurial potentials of women have gradually been changing with the growing sensitivity to their role and economic status in the social life. To me, skill, knowledge, and adaptability in business are the main reasons for women to emerge into business ventures. I'm not sure how many will agree with me, but to me, I can define women entrepreneur as a person who accepts challenging role to meet her personal needs and become economically independent. A strong desire to do something positive is an inbuilt quality of entrepreneurial women and who is capable of contributing values in both family and social life. I believe that with the advent of media, women are aware of their own traits, more aware, I can say, rights, and also the work situations. And as one of the students has rightly pointed out, that please note that the glass ceilings are shattered and women are found indulged in every line of business, right from pauper to power tables. So a big round of applause for all the women entrepreneurs in the country. The challenges and opportunities provided to the women of digital era are growing rapidly, and you will agree that the job seekers are turning into job creators. They are flourishing. I must tell you, they are flourishing as designers, interior decorators, exporters, publishers, garment manufacturers, and still exploring new avenues of economic participation in the country. But unfortunately, in India, although women constitute the majority of total population, the entrepreneurial world is still a male-dominated one. So we have to agree the fact. Women in advanced nations are recognized and are more prominent in the business world. But the women entrepreneurs are facing some major constraints in India, especially. And in my speech, I would particularly like to focus those constraints so that when we go back after this conference, we should think over it and we should start working on it so to become an independent entrepreneur. First of all, I would like to raise my concern that women still lack confidence. In general, women lack confidence in their strength and competence. The family members and society are reluctant to stand beside their entrepreneurial growth. To a certain extent, the situation is changing. The situation is changing among Indian women. And yet to face a tremendous change to increase the rate of growth in entrepreneurship. The another one is socio-cultural barriers. Women face family and personal obligations, which is sometimes a great barrier for succeeding in business career. Only few women are able to manage both home and business efficiently, devoting enough time to perform all their responsibilities in priority. Another point which I have raised is market-oriented risks. Stiff competition in the market and lack of mobility of women make the dependence of women entrepreneurs on middleman indispensable. Many businesswomen find it difficult to capture the market and their products popular. They are not fully aware of changing market conditions and hence can effectively utilize the services of media and